welcome back to Art from Home with me, Miss Wegman. Today we are going to be using some of our drawing, coloring, pattern, and cutting skills to make a snake that once you cut it out is going to pop up off of your paper. Alright, so when you put it all together, it starts off as a flat drawing, and then once you cut it apart, whoop, becomes a three-dimensional snake. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Alright, first step to making my spiral snake cutout is drawing my snake, which really all we have to draw is a head and then one big spiral line that when we cut it will come apart to make the body for our snake. So you can use any size paper you want. The bigger the paper, the bigger your snake. I'm just using a regular standard size of paper. So I'm actually going to draw the head down here in the corner because I'm going to use the corner as a guide just to kind of make my head an appropriate shape for a snake like that. And maybe I might add the eyes on the side, pupils, and these are all things that I'm going to color in later. And now I'm going to start creating the body of my snake. I'm going to make my line go around like this, going clockwise. So I'm going to start on the outside, and I'm really going to try and use up my paper as much as possible. Get as close to the edges while still maintaining a circular shape. And now, when I bring this in, I'm going to bring it into touch, and then I'm going to keep going to make the body of my snake. So, here we go. And now I'm going to make sure that I don't make my snake too skinny, but you don't want to make it too wide either, so you have some decent body to it. Just keep spiraling in, and there it goes. And now I can start adding in maybe some spaces to decorate. I'm doing this with a marker so you can see it a little bit better. You could do it with a pencil or whatever you have. I'm just going to establish some stripes for my snake. And I'm going to add a little bit more to my pattern when I color. Alright, and now time to color. So you can see that I finished coloring my snake, and I want you to make sure that when you're coloring your snake, you're utilizing a pattern. I chose 3 colors. I find that when you're doing a pattern, 3 or 4 colors usually works best. And I just did some basic stripes, and it just goes blue, magenta, yellow, magenta, blue, magenta, yellow, magenta, blue, magenta, yellow, and so on and so forth all the way to the middle. You could make this as fancy as you want it to. You could draw extra stripes and actually color them in. I like to just kind of do it scribbly style. You could add polka dots. You could add a little diamond onto the head. Whatever you want to do, it's your snake. Once you're done doing that, you are going to cut it out. I would start by the head. Just make sure your head is cut out first. And then the same exact way that you drew your spiral, starting from the outside, start to work your way back around. And there we go. And now when I lift up my snake, it's now 3-dimensional. And there we go. Our snake is all finished. You could, put a little piece of string on top of the head if you want so that he hangs all nice and spirally. Make sure you don't yank him around too much. You don't want to rip the paper. And remember that when you're coloring your snake, you want to use a really cool type of pattern. This one has the head on the outside. You could also make a snake where maybe you draw your spiral and your snake's head is on the inside. This is a little bit more of a fancier pattern with some hearts. Or you could just keep your snake super simple, just 2 colors or so. So this is whatever materials you want to use. You can use paper. This is more of a cardboardy material. So whatever you want. Have fun, be creative, make it colorful, and don't forget to send me a picture when you're done. Bye. See you again soon.